Yeah, couldn't resist, couldn't help myself. How are y'all doing? It is a very, very miserable Monday morning here in Brisbane. Pissing down, grey, flat out being 16 degrees. I got a couple of things on. Day off. Don't work Mondays. I call Monday dud day because I don't work, just like the duds. But no, I thought I'd jump in the car. I haven't gone live for a little bit. So I thought I'd give you 25 to 30 minutes of absolute gems, as you do, as you do. Chuck the camera on so you know it's not AI Cambo. Thought I'd do that, and we might roast a cabbage. My lady, my lady. I might just go and ring beer. She'll answer if she's not with her husband. Hey, cabbage, you idiot. Give me a second. I'm going to turn this off in a minute. Just wanted to prove to you that it was me and not an AI version. Imagine like an AI version of me. If I was making an AI version of Cambo, well, he'd probably be about 15 kilos lighter and have a bit more hair. But anyway, I digress. Give me a second. I'm gonna. Oh fuck! Give me a sec. We're gonna go down. We're gonna turn the camera off. There we go. Now we're into it. Let's do some roasting. So it's been pretty funny. I've um I've been busy, but you just watch things and you still get sent things. So shout out to the boys, Stu, Simon, Capio. I know they've all migrated. I don't know about Simon if he's still doing it. They've all headed over to Kick, and they're doing their thing on Kick and killing it. You know, Stu, I saw us. I haven't like got an account yet, so I watched as a guest, and old Stu was absolutely killing it on Kick. Full panel, full chat. Monster was Monster was on a cruise playing the pokies. It was riveting. It was good viewing, good banter. And then I got sent a clip of the Swedish fantasist Cabbage. We know him. Rhymes with Gay G. My lady, my lady. Who isn't really his lady. She's married to a Thai man. Jorgen's just a sponsor. But anyway, I digress again. And he's saying how they might have gone to Kick for new viewers. They've gone over, but he's got all the evidence. He always says he has all the evidence when he has none. And he's gonna follow, which is stalking. He's gonna follow him over to Kick, and he's gonna hammer him. Like this guy's a rat. Even the people that sit on his panel don't trust him. Like look at Brian G. Brian G. Remember him? That boy. The guy calls himself Boy Pussy Cold or whatever. He is a pussy. But he would have met the Swedish rat cabbage. Would have met him anywhere but a hotel room while wearing a mask because he didn't trust him. Because if he was known to dox his mates, he's known to give up and rat him out. He's did it to that savage grindball bloke. He's done it to the Baconator chef. So, they use the little rat, but they don't trust him because he's untrustworthy. No one's ever trusted him because he's a little rat. He lies and goes, he tries to play so innocent. I have all the evidence. I don't talk about the evidence when he had nothing. Oh, he is. Beachy's doing God's work. He's in the house. Spread the word. I'm going to go in. I'm going in. I'm going to roast him. Yeah, he's a little liar. Like, look at the stuff he's saying about you. You've got the evidence. The Candyman. J.G. Savile. J.G. Epstein. I got it. And you know what? I'll leave this up because I don't care. There's nothing they can do to me. Yes, exactly. I agree. I agree with all three of those statements. But ultimately, none of those people, the Iowa Owl, we all know her track record. Her, Baconator Chef, Brian G. None of them trust him Because he's a little rat. An untrustworthy Swedish rat. You know, you think about it, he lied for years about having a Thai partner, you know, and he got caught on camera telling Savage Grindball that Lady Beer's married to a Thai man. Yep, Johnny Siam's dumped him. I'm going to do something I haven't done, right? Because Johnny Siam's no mate of mine, and, you know, we don't like each other, but he give them an absolute pasting. So I'll give him a shout out for that. Like even a broken clock can be right twice a day. Yeah, man about Oz. They've all dumped him because he's untrustworthy. Big up, Stu's in the house. #1 live streamer on Kick already, Stu Lee. They're all going to dump someone who you can't trust. And that's the thing with the Cabbage. He's a rat. You just can't trust JG. It's simple as that. He will do and say anything he thinks he can to gain friends because he's a sad, lonely little simp. My lady, imagine Western Union sending money. Let's unpack this, right? So the whole time I had the unfortunate of knowing this little rat. He talked about his Thai lady beer. We'll call it Chang. Okay. He talked about Chang. Oh, my Thai lady, my lady, my lady. He'd send the money on Western Union. Okay, he'd do all that stuff. And then when he finally goes to Thailand, he gets charged she charges him triple to go from Suvarnabhumi to Pattaya, and she drops him off at Pattaya. So this is his Thai girlfriend who charges him triple, who's married to a Thai man, and then drops him off in the world's biggest brothel, Pattaya, where within 12 hours, he's in Maggie Mays and he's stolen a girl's underwear. This is JG, ladies and gentlemen. This is a Swedish rat. You know, he's the laughing stock of what's left of this laughing stock genre. You know, and he's hiding with Stacey. You know, that lady from Iowa who's a Beach will tell you what she is in the chat. I think she's on a certain list. Yeah, of course he did. Beach is going beer, picked up JG in her husband's taxi. Yep, and charged him triple. Imagine being charged 5,000 baht to go from Suvarnabhumi Airport to Pattaya. It's at best a 1,200 baht trip. But his lady charged him 5,000 baht. No wonder Colin had to pay for his drinks, pay for his lady drinks. And he could only afford to drink an M&M bar. M&M, shout out to Mark, he's not a bad fella. M&M bar is very cheap, but you know, he wouldn't have been able to go to LK Metro or Soy 7 to drink. But he's a rat. Let's be honest, he's a lying little rat. And I know of about 6 or 7 people who would love to go face to face with him. I think it would be pretty uncomfortable. Exactly, Stu. 300 baht a day was his budget. You know, how's that? But Brian G is supposed to be one of his best YouTube buddies ever. Didn't trust him enough to meet him anywhere but his hotel room because Brian G didn't want to get stuck with the bill. You know, he got sacked from his job when they saw what he did. When they saw the Pantygate, you know, what a sick little cretin. You know, to sit there. I think he was in Nikon Plaza, and he's there waving around a pair of, you know, let's be honest, a Thai prostitute's underwear. and doing what he was doing. You what a grub. It's just disgusting. And he thought it was funny. I know his employer didn't think it was funny from what I've been told. I think Dentures might have sent it to his employer. Thanks. Thanks, Lee Rogers. Good to see you, my man. Hang on a second, got the indicator on. Fuck, I hate this morning. It's so miserable. It's almost as miserable as Stacey Hoss. And she's miserable. But like I said, I'll be leaving this up. It'll only be a short one. But I'll leave it up. I got enough. I'm not going to... I haven't said anything's going to be in trouble. I've just said the truth. I have all... Who do I sound like? I have all the evidence. I don't speak without the evidence. What a rat. G'day, mod potential. You still haven't shown me this potential. You know, what a rat. Like, who doesn't like... I have a busy life. So when I go live, I've got to make Stu a mod. That was a bit... There you go. Mod him up. But yeah, so when I go live when I've got time, you know, like 30 minutes here, 30 minutes there. Imagine sitting in a laundromat for 12 hours. You know, he can't even afford StreamYards. He uses that like inferior software, Restream. He does. Beachy's going, JG looks filthy. He does look filthy. He looks unwashed. Unwashed, greasy. Yes, I agree with that one too, Beach. That he can't control himself around a certain demographic. And I'm pretty sure you've got evidence of that. You have the evidence, you have the proof. We don't speak without the proof or the evidence, do we, Beachy? You know, he's him. And shout out to Colin. I heard Colin lost another channel. Probably time to give YouTube up, Cole. I think you've lost about 5 channels. Oh, Stu's going in. I'm just not going to read that one, Stu. I'm going to leave it there. Yeah, that's exactly right. JG does. Come on, you cockhead. Bit of traffic this morning. Yeah, he's like, oh, my lady B, she owns property. She owns property, big god of land in the centre of Bangkok. Steve Perrin did him well then. Told him that if she owned property in Bangkok, she wouldn't be with him. And his response was, because I'm a nice guy. He's not a nice guy. You're a grub, Jorgen. Your behaviour in Pattaya and your live streams prove you're a grub. It was there for everyone to see what a grub you are. For 6 years, you said you had a Thai lady. My lady, beer, my lady. And then as soon as she dropped you off for triple the price, you're in a gentleman's club with Colin. Completing sexual acts on a young girl. Stealing her lingerie. And then going out in Nikon Plaza and boasting about it. So clearly you're not a nice guy. You actually also confirmed that you slept with a freelance prostitute. So Beer's obviously not your lady. She's someone else's lady. Hey, Jorgen. It's just too easy. Like, this guy leaves so much open. He's hammered me for like 12 months, and I've ignored a lot of it because it's all lies he comes out with. You know, so I just thought it was time to return serve on the cabbage, as you do. Yep, I agree. Beach goes JG is gay. I'm pretty sure of that. And I wonder what happened in that Pattaya hotel room with him and Brian G once the stream stopped. I do wonder. Shout out to Brian G. He was Brian G. Then he got lost the channel. Then he was Grime B. But he hates me saying this. But when he was Grime B, he was Eric Moto, who was the big doxer. Docs Dennis. He docs Greg Twitchy. And then so that channel got pulled. And because I thought it was a few people that were conversing with him at the time with Eric Moto, and he was saying how he was moving to Thailand soon, so he had to be careful. Oh, who moved to Thailand not long after that? Brian G. And then he was Painkiller. Painkiller was probably the most disgusting video that this genre's ever seen. Doxing family members, both Australian and Thai, of Australian YouTubers. And I know it was him because when it happened, I was getting the blame for it. I was totally out of it. I had a lot of stuff going on, lost my sister, all that stuff. And he left an email address, and I messaged him, and it was the same person. And he confirmed it was the same person. I still have those emails. So, and then when his mate, Brian G's mate, Callum David, 150 Stone Thompson, outed him as Eric Moto. So we know that that's why you think about some of the stuff he says about me now. He goes in hard on me because I know where all his bones are buried. Oh, Brian G. The guy that sick, just sick the way he talk. These blokes talk about what they get up to in Pattaya, and it's like, look, let's be frank, let's be honest. It's an adult place where adults go, but I don't think there's anything cool to be I don't think it achieves anything talking about it the way you guys do. It makes you guys look stupid. Yeah, exactly, Stu. Callum 250 kilos Thompson. He's posting the same videos from 2 years ago. He ain't in he's not in Pattaya. All the bars he goes, he needed time to reinforce their seats again. Their stools. There's no way that Callum 250 kilos Thompson's in Pattaya. Wouldn't surprise me, Stu. He's a behemoth. I was watching Capio the other day, and Capio's a mate, but I took him to task. He was saying that 90% of the genre is from drama, and genre comes from fat people. Well, I think he's got to do a bit more research. I think it's the fat, bald people that cause all the drama, Nonsco, Callum, Colin, the man in Boston, he's fat and bald. I think if you got fat and you got hair, you don't cause drama. Oh, Frank Turner, he's a myth. Another one that failed trying to have an IRL channel and then got nasty. It's what they all do. The Cabbage, he's failed as a YouTuber. He's got nasty. Couldn't find his little niche. I don't know what it would be. Unwashed, drunken mid-strength beer. Like, who drinks mid-strength beer? Who gets drunk on mid-strength beer? What's that about? Can't he afford full-strength beer? He has to drink mid-strength. No one drinks mid-strength. What's that about? Is it because it's cheap? Sits here with his big mid-strength beers on streams, drinks himself into a drunken stupor and falls asleep. Beach, you can answer this. How many times has that cabbage done a live stream and fallen asleep on stream? How many times? G'day Norwegian, how are you, mate? Well, he does. And the thing is, right, I have single figures, right? But that's because I don't stream very often. I go and I don't stay on long. In all honesty, like I'll jump on and I'm off. Like I get bored. 20, 30 minutes. I don't rely on a panel. You know, I'll just jump on, I'll play music. Oh, I'm a YouTube DJ. Let's play music. Like these fuckwits do. I don't rely on that. I'll jump on, I'll talk, I'll hold a panel. Like hold a stream. I don't need a panel. And I'm on and off, and on and I'm off. And I leave it up because I've got a backbone, and if people want to hear what I say, they want to have a crack, so be it. You know, I've had a crack at a Cabbage. I've had a crack at Colin Ferris. I've had a crack at Stacey Hoss, Brian G. And I'll be man enough to keep it up there for everyone to hear. I'm not a weasel. So yeah, I might only get single figures, but there's a reason. If I kept going for half an hour, are you bored? So no, we're just saying he's fat too. But are you? We must be the 10% of the good guys that Capio was talking about. Yeah, you know, like imagine being live for 11 hours and not hitting double digits. You know, the only people he had in his chat were like Mike's Bacon Mike and Bacon Mike's old accounts. You know, like the Boxer and all them, all them blokes. Unbelievable, it really is. You know, I do a short and I get 2,000 people watch that, Jorgen. You know, I did a video at the cricket in 2021. I had 500,000 people watch one short. You wish you had that, Jorgen. You know, and then he talks about, oh, my subs to view ratio. Well, when you have a couple of big videos like I did that day, mate, you get the Indians. It's like Twitchy. When Twitchy did that one about India and Pakistan in 2019 when they were going at each other, his channel went bang. It's exactly the same. Yeah, exactly, Stu. No one wants to listen to him because he's a drunken little rat that drinks his mid-strength beer. Like I said, who drinks mid-strength? Drinks his mid-strength beer, talks about his fancy lady who's married to a Thai man who charged him triple, that's right, triple the rate from Suvarnabhumi to Pattaya and couldn't get rid of him quick enough. She knew what she was going to do. She knew that he would go, you know, he hadn't had sex since the last time he was in Thailand. She knew he'd go to a gentleman's club or he'd go to a beer bar or a massage joint. She knew what the little grub would do. Just probably would have at least expected him to pay for it, not expect that poor old simp Colin Ferris to pay for it. You know, he can't really afford it, Colin. Like he's paying Noe 70,000 a month salary to be his companion. So it's a bit harsh expecting poor old Colin to do that, if you ask me. But that's what it is. None of them trust him. Colin don't trust him. Stacey Hoss don't trust him. Brian G definitely don't trust him. And we all know Baconator doesn't. Baconator's said some horrible stuff around his back. Beach is saying the police must know about JG. I think they should too. I'm sure Dentures has rung him. I think that's why he's gone a bit quiet. Dentures has been on the case. got about 5 minutes to go, people, and we'll call it a vid. I'm leaving it up. I got nothing to hide about. If I ruffle a few feathers, well, I don't normally do this. I don't normally do a drama stream. It's normally fun. We talk about footy. Manly did win, by the way. 46-12, top 4, baby. But yeah, but I just thought this morning, this little maggot can't get my name out of his mouth, and he's talking absolute shite. He deserves some. And his little army of sycophants. Yeah, he's from Sweden. My lady. Simon's asking, why does JG lurk around kids' playground? Well, it's a good question. I don't know. Don't know the answer. But I think it's off. I think that's very disgusting if that's what he does. And no wonder he lost his job because of it. You know, I think Dentures did God's work there. Because he's a disgusting little grub. Oh, you rat. You Jorgen. Someone just cut me off and I called him a Jorgen. Fair play. But, you know, imagine none of his mates trust him. None of them like him. They're not his mates. They use him. I heard this little snipper where he went on a rant because he was going to be the only one to go to kick and start on Stu. Oh, you expect me to do? Well, he's right. They're using you. He's too dumb to see it. You know, they're trying to use him as an attack dog. Well, more like an attack chihuahua. Let's get real. Oh, roll like. I wonder how my pal like is like. Give me. I hate e-beggars. Boy, I hate e-beggars like. But if you can just put some money in my PayPal so I can go and like hassle Capio. What a dickhead he is. Mark Gilbertson, what a joke. Shout out to Nina, she's a lovely girl. Simon says beer keeps her lady away from JG, she knows. Could be right there. I don't know, Jay Smith, but did you give him $1,000 so he can give him one, eh? Oh, well. Here's 2026. There's a lot of LGBTI pluses in the genre. Hello, Colin. Unbelievable. Some funny shit, eh? Unbelievable. We're going to wrap up very shortly. I've got a few things to do on my day off, and kicking off with coffee. I need coffee. Lots of. Get this stuffed up. You go home, chill out, and stay warm. Don't know how you Poms do this. Our winters aren't very often like this, and I'm depressed. I have no energy, no motivation. No wonder all you Poms want to get out of England and get to Thailand. I would too. Stu's sprouting facts this morning just quietly. Talking about kitties getting evacuated from condos because of Jorgen. Take it easy, Norwegian. Thanks for popping on, brother. I'm wrapping it up soon myself. Hey, JG, leave those kids alone. You know, just imagine that. For 6 years, you're talking about my lady, my Thai lady beer. And you're sending the money for Western Union. You know, you're on a minimum wage in Sweden. You can't even afford full strength beer. And you're sending her money via Western Union. And she couldn't wait. Those 2 hours from Suvarnabhumi to Pattaya felt like 2 weeks for her. She couldn't get review quick enough, Jorgen. could not get rid of you quick enough. And she knew exactly what you'd do. And you did. You went to Maggie Mae's. Colin paid for your drinks. Colin had to pay for the poor girl's lady drinks that you had your grubby hands on. And then you stole her underwear. You grub. You grub. Grub, grub, Jorgen. And we have the evidence of that. You want to talk? I have the evidence. I have all the evidence. I never talk without the evidence. You cabbage. So anyway, that's been 30 minutes. That's enough for me. Like I said, I'll be keeping this up. Nothing I've said. Massive shout out. So let's give the grubs a shout out. You cabbage, Jorgen. Brian G. Eric Motor. Painkiller. Stacey Hoss. Shrek. Colin. And go roll like Mark Gilbertson like. Give Nina my regards. Remember, good people, if in doubt, pull out, Cambo out. Stuff you, cabbage.